Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I have been away for about 4 weeks, pretty much focusing on another YouTube channel. I do gaming as well. It's another little passion of mine. You should go over there and check it. It's Tichimumu Gaming. You can see it in my Twitter. I will post a link in the description to this video to that channel. Thank you so much for supporting me in all the ways that you guys do. I thought I'd make a video and pretty much catch up from the last couple weeks and whatnot and talk about things, some current events and whatnot. So what we have coming is January 20th inauguration of Donald J. Trump, President-elect. It's also my birthday, so it's two whammies in one. I get my birthday present of Donald J. Trump as our president. I absolutely love it. It's something that we all worked for. Everyone that's been on my Twitter, following me, talking back to me, we've all put a lot of time and effort promoting the truth and the data, trying to have that political debate so that people can talk and to have discord and have arguments presented and see what the real debate is, see what happens when people actually use truth instead of yelling at each other or using violence and whatnot. So it's been great to see Twitter and Gab and other technologies really be the tool in a revolution without any bullets, any bloodshed. It's really good place to be right now. We are really all in this together. So on that point, I just want to say thank you guys. You have all put in work. We've all had sleepless nights. It took me a week to really recoup from that whole year. So that's a good job on all of us. That's all I really have to say about that. Also, with January 20th, that means that Obama's leaving. So with that, let's talk about that for a second. Obama added a lot of depth to what we already were having a problem with. And adding to that depth has created a lot of issues, and with people at least, and with their opinions and how they see the country at least. A lot of people have arguments saying that, having this depth doesn't really have that much of a issue on your day-to-day life, but at some point it will. So it's something that we need to pay back. It's something that we need to focus on. If we are a country that takes out loans, we want other countries and other people to see us as somebody to give a loan to, and we have to pay it back. We have to pay it back. And there's nothing wrong with debt in the sense of as long as you have every intention of paying it back. And I think we are right now at that point where we are gone too far. We just keep adding and adding and adding to the debt, and we're not really we're not getting at least a public opinion on it that feels well. We really need to have people feel good about their country, feel good about how we are progressing as a nation and as a people. So the depth is on a lot of people's mind. You see it on Twitter, you see it on Gab, you see it all over the place. People talking about the depth. It's something that needs to be fixed. And I think Donald Trump is going to proceed to do that. And I think that's going to change a lot of people's opinion about the nation. And hopefully we can start to heal the government, shrink it, and become a more optimized government. And what I mean by optimized, because we do a very good job as it is now, but we spend a lot of money to do that. And a lot of people think that's okay with the net gain and whatnot. I think we can do it better with less amount of money, that we can focus on things and research that is important. School's important. We need to focus on reforming school. Right now we have schools, especially in California, it's not a school, it's an indoctrination camp, and we need to really focus on that. We need to really understand that they're not teaching our kids in these schools, that they're trying to train our kids. And we need to reform that. So the money that we saved on paying off the debt, from having a debt, if we didn't have a debt, we could put towards paying or making education more streamlined. And right now, it just doesn't work as it is. The states like California are using the school system to generate votes. And that's something we need to focus on, because I think that, again, it's a public opinion. We need to focus on making the people think that our economy is strong and understand why it's strong with the facts. And I think what Donald Trump will do is usher in a real strong economy that will start to pay the debts off, and that will make people a lot more interested in being into politics, being into the news, being into standing up for your country, standing up for certain cultural things that need to be said and done. And this will kind of segue into my other segment here is the racial tension that Obama is leaving is extremely high. He came into office saying that he was going to clear that up, and he hasn't. He's only flamed it. He's only made the flames bigger. And I don't know why he would do that. I don't know why he wouldn't, as his rhetoric when he was campaigning, was that he was going to release the tension that we had in this country. And right now, it's not really. I don't think racism is the pinpoint of everybody's focus. I think everybody needs to understand that there are racist people out there, but it's not the pinnacle to our society. So we need to try to not look at people for their color, but for who they are. And I think that is a generalization that we all have in this nation. And yes, there's some bad apples, and they have that right. It's America. They have that right. So I think that when Donald Trump comes into office, we'll have a Department of Justice that supports our police, supports fighting crime, and not letting crime get out of control. Because right now, crime is out of control in certain cities. And Department of Justice right now, they're just a social justice warrior kind of sword. They don't really get into the meat of the matter. And I think Donald Trump's administration will. I think Jeff Sessions will. I don't think that he's going to ever allow things against the cops. No, not at all. And yeah, and it's kind of weird. Again, going back to how Obama said he was going to campaign on clearing up the racial tensions. He also campaigned on transparency, and his administration was the most shadowy. He tried to push things that were okay with silencing certain people and whatnot. And we need to understand that transparency is needed in the government. We need to be able to ask questions. We need to be able to get answers for that. And it just didn't seem like that with Obama. We had a lot of times where we were asking Obama to do something and to release something and to answer our questions, like his birth certificate, where he deflects it and tries to pinpoint it all onto where he is from. We believe that he's from the States. We just want to know who his dad was. We want to know why he had his birth certificate falsified. Why? Okay, that's an answer that needs to be said, and that's to hide that is not transparent. And there are many other examples as well for the Obama administration hiding behind a curtain when it came to things, or at least weasel words. They didn't. Josh Earnest was not very good at answering the questions. He would sidetrack people. He would give people his opinion over what Obama's opinion was. So when someone would ask him, "Hey, what is this Obama's opinion?" he would know, and then he would give him his opinion. So it wasn't really good. And I think with Obama gone, we'll be able to focus on the economy. We'll be able to pay our debts. We'll be able to focus on cleaning up this racial tension, because right now it's only been flamed by the media and by entertainment. And we need to focus that we are a nation. We are the same people in this nation. I mean, we have different cultural backgrounds, and that's great, and that's beautiful, and that makes us different, because we have different perspectives and different ways at looking at things. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful that we can all come together and have different answers. And, what's going to win in all of those answers is the truth. or the right, whatever answer inside all of these different answers, there's going to be one that's better than all the rest. And we're going to use it. We're going to optimize. And I think with the Donald Trump administration, we'll be able to do that. Obama was spearheading a lot of social justice warrior issues, and it didn't help the nation. It didn't help. And we're going to progress forward from here. We're going to focus on paying down our debt so that we can have a country that can run smoothly, like a business. Okay, businesses have debt, of course, but we got to pay it down. We have to pay it down. Right now, it's just rising. We need to focus on building jobs, building and creating things, making content, pushing things out there for people. We have to focus, or we'll be back. We'll be back to having a higher debt. We'll be back to having people in office that just are buying votes instead of actually having a debate and actually using answers to get that vote. Instead, people get addicted to not wanting to climb up and achieve more. When they get onto the welfare system, it's pretty hard to get off it if you don't want to. So I think with the new administration, we'll be able to move forward. I think we all have to watch what's kind of going on and make sure that everybody's doing their part. And I don't think we're going to have any issues of racism or bigotry or anything like that. People are going to have a debate about it. Trump's may have some off-the-hook kind of answers, but you know what? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. There's nothing... People get this understanding that the president's supposed to be 100% correct. Look, when we criticized Obama, most of the time, it was when he doesn't do something. He doesn't. Whenever things would happen in Chicago or whatnot, it would come out with either very, very, very loosely on the subject or just not at all. We as a people would rather have someone come on off the hook, be wrong, be open-minded, listen to everybody, and then you all optimize and you find the best answer. Okay? I think that there's no issue in that. I think as a people, that's a great discord. I think we can have plenty of debates from here on out where people aren't laughing at each other and saying, wow, we got all the science data. Well, okay, listen. All answers must be listened, and we're going to see who is right. And I think with this administration, that's kind of where they're going to go with it. It's an open-minded. They're going to try to find the right answer. And I think that is what we want. That is what we need as a nation. So I'm pretty much it here. That's all I wanted to say. I will have other videos every once in a while when current events happen. And thank you guys so much. Again, check out my other YouTube channel. Send me a post on Twitter. That's where I'm mostly at. And thank you guys. I appreciate this so much. I do this because I enjoy our nation. I enjoy the people. We are strong people. And we're going to kick some ass. So thanks, guys. Have a good one.